What's going on, everybody? It's Game Unboxing Reviews here, and welcome to the very first episode of a brand new series I am doing on the channel. Now, basically, on the run-up to launch, we've been talking about the Marvel content, all the new characters and vehicles and play sets and everything you can do in the toy box. I've been very focused on that. But Disney Infinity 2.0 is also a very big, Disney game. It's not just Marvel, it's Disney. And I love Disney, I absolutely love Disney. I think it's an amazing company. It's produced some of the most incredible things, in media today, and I just love it. And I definitely really wanted to, cover all the Disney characters that have been announced, but at the time I really couldn't. So I've been planning these videos for quite a while, and I thought today I would start off with the most recently announced characters, which is the Big Hero 6 characters, as you can see from the title. So yeah, basically these videos, they're called All About, and basically, for example, this one is all about Big Hero 6. And I'm going to be talking about, all the things these characters can do, some of the power discs you can get, and also show off the screenshots that show these characters in action. So yeah, guys, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so to start off with, I'm going to be talking about Baymax. Now, Baymax is a super awesome character. I mean, if you haven't seen the trailer for Big Hero 6 yet, definitely watch it. It is amazing. It looks to be probably one of my most anticipated Disney movies yet. It just looks hilarious. It's got a great superhero kind of feel to it, which we haven't seen since The Incredibles, which was also an amazing movie, and is getting a sequel, which is pretty cool. So yeah, this is Baymax, and I had a decision whether to do Baymax and Hiro in the same video, or maybe just split them apart, but I thought, why not just do a whole video based on Big Hero 6, which is the name of the movie. So I'm going to be covering Baymax and Hiro. So Baymax has a variety of, melee moves. He's got kind of like martial arts, punches and kicks and things. It's really nice. You can see it in the trailer, which I'll link in the description. He can even shoot his fist at enemies. Now, I've only seen him shoot one fist out of like the out of his left hand. He shoots the fist at enemies, and it wipes them out. There's also, I believe, a special move, and I'm pretty sure it is, because that's what it looks like from the trailer. And he kind of shoots both fists everywhere, and they fly everywhere and take out all the enemies. I think that's what it looked like to me, at least. So that's pretty cool. To get around the world, he can also fly, which is super cool. I mean, I'm really happy they've added flying characters, because when I played Disney Infinity, 1.0, the only real way of flying is kind of like using Buzz Lightyear's jetpack sort of thing, where, falling with style sort of thing. That's the only way you can fly at this point in time. But when Marvel superheroes comes, we're going to be able to fly as Iron Man, Nova, who else? Tinkerbell, Maleficent, all these characters, which I will get into in other videos. All these characters can now fly, and of course Baymax can as well, which is just really cool. Alright, so now to talk about Hiro. Now, first off, before I talk about Hiro, I was very interested to see that he was actually announced as a playable character, as a figure you can actually buy. Because when I heard that they were going to be releasing Big Hero 6 content for Disney Infinity, first things first, I was like, yes, that's awesome. Trailer was great, like I've said, but I thought it would just be Baymax. That's what I thought, but adding Hiro as well is a really great idea, because as you'll see from the trailer, there's also themes for Big Hero 6. You can get tons of objects from it. You can get, I think you can get like a sky dome for it, and the landscape. You can theme it all over Big Hero 6, and I think that's a great idea, because kids can come home from seeing this great movie. One player could be Baymax, the other could be Hiro, and just team up, and make a really nice toy box revolved around the movie, and probably even, remake scenes from the film, their favorite scenes. So I think Hiro is actually a great addition to the game, and also in the trailer, he looks really cool. I'm really impressed by it, actually. So during combat, Hiro uses microbots as his use of defense. You saw that in the trailer for the movie, I believe. He explains to them, there's this guy, I think the police officer explains it, the guy is wearing a kabuki mask, I think that's what he says, and he's like, these spikes everywhere, it's crazy. Well, Hiro can actually use that in the game, which is pretty cool. So they create huge spikes that will emerge from the ground, taking out any nearby enemies. I didn't really see him do anything else but that. He might have some melee moves thrown in there as well, but I'm not really sure about that. So it's mainly just like the microbots use the spikes, because he's a very intelligent kid apparently, so maybe we'll get more gadgets or something along the way. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. Now, Hiro can't actually fly. You know, he can't fly, but there's this really cool feature. So while Hiro can't actually fly, there's a very cool feature that you can perform when one player is Hiro and the other is Baymax. So all you need to do is allow the player who is Baymax to pick the other player up who is Hiro, and then once you do that, Hiro will be sitting on Baymax's back. This works also both when you're flying or just going for a walk. So, you know, you could have one kid playing as a Hiro, the other is Baymax, and he could just be sitting on his back flying around the toy box for as long as you want. I think that's a great feature to the game, and it's really, to me, it really reminds me of a feature they've added already for Groot and Rocket Raccoon. One player can be Groot, the other can be Rocket. Groot can pick up Rocket, and that player can just sit on Groot's shoulders, just shooting everything, while Groot just destroys everything in sight. So I really like these team-up kind of characters. Alright, so now onto the screenshots. Now, a very simple but funny one here. Here we see Hiro and, of course, Donald Duck hiding from Baymax, and Baymax is, of course, looking for the two of them. That's really cool. I'm really liking the designs on each character. I've always loved, ever since 1.0 was released, I always loved how every character, regardless of what movie or what show it was from, still had the same, you know, look to them, which was really cool, and I'm glad to see that they've kept that in 2.0. Next up is a really nice look at probably what I would say is some of the Big Hero 6 kind of buildings we can put in the city, you know, because now if you look in the trailer, we can see there's landscapes and you know, sky domes, just like I said before, I believe. There's just tons of Big Hero 6 things. Sadly, there isn't a playset. I would have loved to see a playset from Big Hero 6, but oh well. So yeah, we can see Buzz Lightyear, Woody, Hiro, and Baymax having a race, and Hero's kind of cheating there, isn't he? He's using a shield vehicle, and he's also flying, so, Hiro, not very fair on the others, don't you think? Now, when I saw this screenshot, I kind of found it really funny. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, I think this was the very first trailer, it was a teaser one, we can see that Baymax is like trying to catch a football. It's really funny. It's simple, but it's just so funny to watch. So that should be a big part of the movie. We can also see, what's interesting here, I know it's a small thing, but it's a football. I'm not sure if you could get a football to put in your toy box in 1.0. I'm hoping that's not just there just because it's, you know, funny. I hope you can actually just put a football down there if you want to, because I think, you know, it adds a lot more choice to it. So then it would be really cool to see like a Disney football match. I don't know how you would do that, but anything's possible in the toy box. Yet again, here we get a really nice look at some of the buildings from Big Hero 6. At least that's what I think. I mean, I think the city in the movie is called San Fransokyo or something. It's like a combination of San Francisco and Tokyo. It has like the San Francisco Bridge, but it's got all the bright lights from Tokyo. So it's kind of like a combination of the two. And it just looks really cool. I mean, to think, you know, how you have the Marvel playsets, you got, you know, New York City, Manhattan, you got the Avengers Tower, you've got like the Daily Bugle, the Oscorp Tower, things like that. Those are really cool, but if you combine them with Big Hero 6, maybe you can make like a Chinatown area and really make a huge open world filled with interiors and things. I'm really excited to see what people will do combining Disney and Marvel to make some really special content. And of course, you can also see that, you know, they're flying around in Aladdin's carpet and all these crazy flying vehicles. It's all just really exciting stuff and a lot of things that would have been cool to see in 1.0, but it's great to see that they feature in the new game. Now, this screenshot's pretty fun. So we can see two Tron vehicles. I could be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure Maleficent is using some sort of Tron vehicle. But of course, Hiro is using a Tron bike. Now, I believe they announced that during the Tinkerbell and Stitch trailer, and that bike is just awesome. I mean, in the movie, it's so cool looking, and you just, every time you see it, you just wish that was in every game, to be honest. So to see it in Disney Infinity 2.0 is great, because when I got 1.0, I saw the car was there, which I recently unlocked actually, and it's really cool. You know, driving around a Tron car is awesome, but every time I drive it, I just wish I had the bike. Now I don't have to worry anymore. The bike is in the game, which is just super cool. But what I hope is that secretly they are planning Tron characters. Can you imagine being able to take something like Tron and turn it into a huge digital open world? That would be insane, and I would definitely love to see people make that. So here we get a really nice look at the Fransokyo Bridge. Now, like I said before, Big Hero 6 is set in a fictional city, which is kind of like a combination of San Francisco and Tokyo, which makes San Fransokyo. So this is the bridge, looks really cool, and just look at all the crazy decorations you can have from Big Hero 6. I'm pretty sure those, I'm going to call them fish. They look like fish, so that's what I'm going to call them. These fish decorations, I'm pretty sure that's from Big Hero 6 as well. And we can also see traffic on the bridge as well. Now, you can't actually create your own traffic flow, you know, where you would say, right, pedestrians should go here, and cars should stop at traffic lights and things. You can't really do that, but if they added a patch, that would be incredible, because to be honest, right now you can actually make your own open world game. I mean, once this game comes out, you could use a procedural generator. It would create an entire city for you in like 5 minutes. You could add to it, you could put buildings that you want. For example, maybe it makes a city for you, but you don't like this building over here, so you put Avengers Tower, and then you put the Daily Bugle, and then you put Oscorp Tower. There's just so many things you could do. After you've done that, you could put interiors, then make the inside of it, and put like elevators and stairs, and well, I think you can put, yeah, you can put stairs, and just make a huge world. But imagine if you could add traffic to it as well. It would just make it that much more believable, and really feel like you have created your very own open world game. I'd really like to see that at some point. Alright, so in this screenshot we can see Aladdin with Stitch on the back, and they're racing Baymax and Hiro. Now, as I said before, you know, Hiro can get on the back of Baymax, and Rocket Raccoon can sit on top of Groot, and you know, you can shoot everything. It's really, really cool kind of combination when two characters are, you know, they kind of know each other, like Hiro and Baymax and Groot and Rocket. Well, I forgot to mention that pretty much any character can kind of do that. I mean, if you wanted Hulk to pick up Captain America and walk him around New York City, you can do that. You can easily do that. If that's what you want to do, you could do it. But there's also some really cool little details. Like, for example, Spider-Man, he can pick up people. Like, for example, let's say you're playing the Spider-Man playset. You jump down in the street and you see a pedestrian. You're like, you know what, I'm going to take you for a web swing. And you could just grab that guy and take him for a swing through the city. Nothing's going to stop you. Although Spider-Man probably wouldn't perform that action in the movies, the comics, the shows, it doesn't matter, because this game is all about choice. So although he wouldn't do that, that doesn't mean you can't do it. Alright, so this is a really nice screenshot of Tinkerbell, Baymax and Hiro admiring some fireworks at the San Fransokyo Bridge. Now, in 1.0 we did actually have fireworks, and it was pretty cool, you know, if you knew how to do it, you could make it so, let's say, I don't know, you won a race. After you won the race, there'd be fireworks. They weren't very big, but they were fireworks. So maybe this is a hint that the fireworks will be bigger this time round, because the next gen, it can handle it. Just have to wait and see, I guess. This screenshot shows Baymax and Hiro taking on some Pirates of the Caribbean villains, some Omnidroids, some Lone Ranger villains, and some Aladdin's villains. So yeah, these guys, they can easily handle themselves in a fight. Like I mentioned before, you know, Hiro has his microbots, and Baymax has his fists that he can shoot out, but of course he can do melee as well. So these guys are going to be really cool to play as in terms of combat. Alright, so last but not least, here we see Hiro, Baymax and Aladdin. Now, I don't really know what they're trying to do here. They're fighting off one of Zurg's robots, and I believe this big glowing pipe, we'll call it, is one of the rails. Now, in 1.0 you could slide along rails in the game, and in 2.0 you can do that as well. But now you can actually use a procedural generator and it will make a rail for you, or you can just connect it, so you can make a really accurate rail. So if you want that rail to bend in certain shapes and things, you can actually really make it that accurate now, which is really cool. Now, I say last but not least, and that was the last screenshot, but there is one last thing I need to talk about, and that is the power discs. Now, there is only one power disc for Big Hero 6, sadly, which is a little confusing for me because, like I said, in the trailer you see loads of buildings and landscapes and sky domes. You see all of this based on Big Hero 6, but there's only one power disc. So the only way I can think of how you would unlock all of that stuff is basically in 1.0 you could, there was like chests in the toy box that would suddenly randomly appear, and if you quickly got that character, put him on the display, you would unlock something pretty cool related to that character. So like how Phineas from the Phineas and Ferb pack you could get with Agent P, he could actually unlock a I think it was like a water slide or something, so that was pretty cool. So maybe that is how you'll unlock more Big Hero 6 content. But anyway, so this power disc is called the Chem Capsule Power Disc, and what it does is it allows you to create a cloud of frost that freezes any enemies nearby, which I imagine would probably be similar to Elsa's abilities from 1.0, so it's kind of like a freezing power disc. I'm not sure if this is a weapon or maybe just some ability that happens when you put it down, or maybe it's used like, what is it, the Shield Helicarrier airstrikes. With the Marvel pack you can actually get a power disc which has a picture of Nick Fury on it, and it's an airstrike and it'll take out all enemies in the vicinity. So maybe it's something similar to that. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you'd like to see lots more of these all about videos, because the reason I'm doing them is because basically I did a lot of, coverage on the Marvel characters, Spider-Man, Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, all of them. I did all of that, but I never really touched upon Disney. I never talked about Merida, Maleficent, Lilo, Stitch, Aladdin, Jasmine, and Donald Duck, and I think that's it. I never talked about any of them, so that's basically the reason behind these videos. So stay tuned for lots more of these videos, because I'm really enjoying making them, and I think it's a great idea to actually, show off more the Disney side of this amazing game. So yeah guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for lots more news on Disney Infinity 2.0 and LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. And as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.